pretty good.
Woo. Get Hello everyone, welcome to yet another For Dummies guide, and today I'm going to teach you how to become a Sojourn God in 3 quick, easy steps. Let me just ask you these 3 questions, and if you say yes to at least one of them, then you should be a Sojourn main. Did you used to play Quake, and specifically, did you really enjoy Quake's railgun? Do you like the mobility of the heroes in Apex? And do you like thick, juicy thighs? Then today's guide for dummies is what you need in order to become a top 500 Sojourn player. The first and most important step you need to learn in order to master Sojourn is her gun. You need to learn how the gun guns and how the click clicks in order to click heads and gun pops off. Her gun is a combination of a hit scan and a projectile weapon. So her left click fires small projectiles that are super fast, but not deadly at all. Sometimes it feels like you actually are firing your Nerf and Strike Elite Hyperfire Blaster 9000 instead of a normal gun, because those bullets deal only 9 damage hits. A good thing about it though is that it fires those harmless bullets so fast. I challenge you to try and fire 40 single bullets in a row in practice mode, and believe me, it's almost impossible with the fire rate of this gun. So what you want to do is press your primary fire all those small bullets and charge up your energy, which basically empowers your secondary fire, your right click, which happens to be the source of your damage and the reason you want to play Sojourn. Your left click water bullets generates 5 energy when they hit body and 10 when they hit them heads. So your goal is to charge your weapon at least up to 85, since that's when it does 200 damage on headshot, and then of course, right click your enemies right in the nogger. This is where your Quake railgun experience will pay out. I'm sure some of you are 30-year-old boomers that played Quake 2 and Quake 3 with bots or versus friends in your local internet cafe while listening to Linkin Park, Green Day, 3 Days Grace, and all these amazing bands back in the day. And I'm sure all of you are now cooming in your pants with how similar Sojourn plays to Quake. Sojourn's gun is basically her bread and butter, her steak and gravy, her chicken and waffles, her burger and fries. Fuck, I'm hungry now, what? So remember, left click to charge your energy while doing no damage, and then right click to fire your thin, tiny, small laser beam with a surgical precision, hoping for a headshot. The laser itself is so thin that it feels like you always need to thread the needle with your shots, which I certainly do since, I'm the master of Sojourn, and as I said before, I'm a really high elo player. And now let's go to step 2, mastering her other 2 abilities, Shift and E. The second most important thing about Sojourn is her movement. If you've played Apex Legends in the past, then her Shift ability will awaken your slide jumping, wall bouncing, bunny hopping, slide cancelling, ledge boosting, boost jumping, zipline boost jump, air strafing, power ledge kicking muscle memory. So what does her Shift ability do, you ask? You use the power of your big juicy mechanical thighs and slide with the speed of sound. Got places to go, but follow my rainbow. And while doing so, if you press spacebar to cancel your slide, you jump really high to get into various high grounds or get some sick 360 no-scope gun swapping style skills. This ability right there is what makes this hero one of the most fun heroes to play as. You can be super creative with your positioning and have a way to get in and out of various situations. It's the most useful tool you have in your utility belt, and it's something that requires a lot of practice to get used to it and be familiar with it, and also find the best spots in all the maps out there. But you know what? This ability has a little secret. Shh, just between you and me. Don't tell it to anyone else. If you jump and then slide jump, so basically jump and mid-air, press your shift and then cancel it with another jump, then you get in an even higher place. You jump even higher, and sometimes this extra height is what you need to make a play or save your beautiful thighs. Which, let's be honest, are not as good as Winston thighs, but okay. And just like every other hero out there, Sojourn requires a lot of clear communication with your teammates in voice comms in order to win the game.
But hello, Daddy.
Hello.
Daddy Berry.
Oh shit.
Where are you, mate?
Yes. Man of culture.
The karate dance.
Join voice chat. Nice.
Is that a remix, dude?
I vibed enough.
Mother, help me.
I'm helping you, son.
It's 3 AM, what do you
Turn him
expect?
into a femboy. They did it.
That's class.
So this is her Sift ability, a simple yet powerful one, with a nice little secret trick that needs a bit of practice to master before you become a movement god straight off Apex. Her second ability is, in my opinion, a super underestimated one. With your E ability you throw a sphere, ball, circle energy thing from your robotic left Brachioradialis, which is a Greek word that comes from Brachionas or something, thanks for asking, and travels for a specific distance and then pops, and creates a sphere zone that does a ton of damage and slows the enemies. When I say a ton, I mean a ton of damage. It does 210 damage to be exact.
Oh, that's a lot of damage!
But since it does this damage in a span of 4 seconds, it usually won't feel like much, but it's the perfect zoning tool out there. Whenever you fight your enemies in a choke spot, you can shot your energy ball in there, and the enemies have to move out of it or they simply die. And if you combo this ability with Zarya's or Orisa's ult, then it's a 100% wipe to whomever gets stuck in it. A weird thing about this ability is that the projectile is pretty slow, and it pops in the air as soon as it reaches its maximum travel distance. It also pops when it comes in contact with anything, and I mean anything. Anything that has a shape and is visible to the eye can pop that little sphere of light. All the walls, floors, buildings, guns, pigeons, anything that exists in the map and can be touchable in one way or another will make the sphere pop. So make sure to aim this ability mainly at the feet of your enemies, so that it pops every time instead of aiming it at head level and having a chance that it will just go on forever without touching anything. And now moving on to the third and last step of this guide for dummies, her ultimate, Overclock. When Sojourn presses Q, her water-spitting nerf gun, I mean railgun, starts to constantly charge up to 100 power for 9 seconds, giving you the ability to shoot multiple fully charged laser shots that also pierce through your enemies, so you can legit collat 5 people if the stars, planets and galaxies align. I'm pretty sure that 90% of you never manage to get a collateral kill with her ult, but that's fine, Paparico still loves you, no worries. It's the ultimate that either makes you fall in love with her or never play her again. Initially, since the width of the laser part of your weapon was thin as fuck, her ult basically felt super lackluster. But after the buff on the width of the laser, it actually feels pretty good now. It has a decent width and you can hit your shots most of the times if you practice enough. But of course, Sojourn is a super aim-heavy hero, so yeah, you need to practice a lot in order to hit your shots. So if a viewer of mine is playing this hero, I know you're gonna not like it because you're a plat pleb dummy viewer and you need my guides to improve, but if you're an Overwatch League veteran or you're like a contenders player, you're gonna love this ult. Once you start understanding how to aim with her, the ultimate will probably be your instant montage clip making button every time you use it. Just remember, if you can't hit heads, you can always hit bodies. Don't underestimate the damage that a fully charged right click does on a body. It's really good and it's better than hitting no shots. And those, my friends, are all the steps you need to follow in order to become a Sojourn god. To sum them up nice and easy, learn how her primary and secondary fire works, use her Sift ability smart and get into high grounds, zone your enemies with your E, and try your best to click heads or bodies with your ult. And this has been my Sojourn guide for dummies. I hope you guys like it. It's not meant to be like a proper guide for the hero. I leave that to the actual pro players and top 100 players and content creators like RQ. I'm making more of a parody guide that has a mix of explaining how the hero works, some tips and tricks that are actually helpful, and some jokes around the hero, of course, that hopefully are good, hopefully made you laugh. And I'm really can't wait to see what you guys think in the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you like it. I really want to make more of those guides and improve myself on script making and recording clips and everything. And yeah, hope you guys like it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.